In this video, I'm going to take a look at some more troubleshooting skills and tools that you can use in Excel. And the first one that I'd like to show you is the Go To Special, which you will find on the Home tab in the Editing group by clicking the Find and Select button, and then clicking on Go To Special. What Go To Special does is highlight certain types of things in your worksheet that you choose from this menu, from this list. And one of the things that I can ask it to do is highlight all of the cells that have formulas, which can be helpful. I can also, using Go To Special, highlight the precedents or the cells that feed into formulas in other cells. So this can be a useful tool just by helping you identify where the different types of things are in the workbook. Another tool that you can use is multiple windows. And to do that, I need to go to the View tab, and I'm going to click on, in the Window group, I'm going to click on New Window. Nothing will happen immediately, but if you look at the taskbar, you'll see that there are now two Excel windows open. So I'm going to go back to the Window group to Arrange All, and I'm going to tell it to arrange the windows vertically. That way I can compare them side by side. I'm going to click on the right window and switch to the Points worksheet so I can see each of the worksheets in this book, or in this workbook. Then I'm going to go back to the Miles worksheet and click on cell C14. And I'm going to take a look at that formula. And it tells me that I should be multiplying C7 in this worksheet by C3 in the Points worksheet. So if I click on C3 in the Points worksheet, I can see that there's not a number or a value in there. There is in fact text in that cell. It's a hyphen. And so the formula cannot complete the calculation. So to fix that, I'm going to change that amount in cell C3 on the Points worksheet to 2.25. And if I look back at my Miles worksheet, I see that in fact the formula has updated and is now calculating a result. Okay, I'm going to go ahead then and close my second window and maximize the other window. Another thing that or way that I can look at the formulas in my workbook to evaluate whether they're working correctly is to put the workbook in Formula View, or the worksheet. And you can do that a couple of ways. You can do it from the Formula tab by clicking Show Formulas in the Formula Auditing group, or you can use your keyboard and press the Control tilde key, Control and tilde I should say. Tilde is located right above the tab key next to the number 1. So now I can see all of the formulas in this worksheet. And I'm going to click on cell C15 because I'm still getting an error message on those. Or I'm going to actually do C14. And if I click the screen tip, it tells me I have an invalid name error, which means that I likely have misspelled a defined name or the name of a function, or I've used a defined name that doesn't exist. So to check out that theory, I'm going to click on Evaluate Formula on the Formulas tab in the Formula Auditing group. And the first cell in the formula, B8, is selected, it's underlined, so I'm going to click Evaluate, and it tells me that the value 1200 is in that cell, and the underline has switched over to the second part of the formula, points Dallas, which would be a cell in the points worksheet. I'm going to click Evaluate there, and there's my name error. There's something wrong with that defined name. So I'm going to click Close. And a quick way that I can check the defined names is by going to the name box here and clicking the down arrow. And then I can quickly see all of the defined names in the workbook. And as you can see, Dallas is not in that list. So apparently there is no defined name called Dallas. So I'm going to go ahead and double click that cell, and I'm going to select that points Dallas part of the formula, and I'm going to switch over to the points worksheet, and I'm going to click on cell C4, which is where the points for Dallas are stored. Before I enter that formula, however, I'm going to make C4 absolute by pressing the F4 key on my keyboard. The reason I'm doing this is that I'm going to copy that formula to other cells, and if I don't make that cell reference absolute, the formula will only work in one cell. Then I'm going to press Enter, and I can see that my formula has changed here. I'm going to go ahead and turn off Show Formulas, and I can see that I still need to copy this across. So I'll go ahead and do that, and that corrects the name errors. There is one more error left in this worksheet. I'm going to click on C21 where it's located. And if we look at the formula bar, we can see that it's supposed to be dividing F10 by cell B22. So if I press F2 on my keyboard, which puts me in edit mode, I can see that B22 is highlighted here, and there's nothing in it. So there's nothing for Excel to divide F10 by. And actually, for this particular formula, we want to divide that yearly total by 4, representing the 4 different quarters of the year. So I'm just going to enter the number 4 in that particular formula, and that solves the division by 0 problem. So the last thing that I want to show you is a way to protect your workbook after you've got it all polished and you've fixed all of the problems with your formulas and so forth. If you're going to share it with others, what you can do is go to the File tab and make sure that you are in the Info group. And over here where it says Protect Workbook, you'll click on that. You'll click Mark as Final, and you'll click OK. And it gives you a couple of warnings and some information. Click OK again. I'm going to click on the Home tab, and you can see now that I get a warning that it's been marked as final. I can still edit, but this message is supposed to discourage me from doing that. My title bar now says Read Only, and down here on the status bar I have a marked as final icon. So that's a way of hopefully protecting your workbook from unwanted changes. In the next video, we'll look at the if-error function.